You ever notice how heading into summer, everything suddenly feels louder? More plans, more invitations, more group chats, more expectations, more social energy, more people wanting access to you. And honestly, a lot of women start feeling emotionally exhausted before summer even fully begins. But instead of slowing down, we keep saying yes anyway. This is something that happens pretty frequently around this time of year. We start feeling more mentally scattered, more emotionally drained, more overstimulated, more socially accessible. But because everybody around us is in vacation mode, social mode, summer mode, connection mode, we tend to ignore what our body is actually saying. So even when we're exhausted, you still agree to plans, still respond immediately, still emotionally accommodate everybody. We still make ourselves available. And eventually, we hit a wall emotionally that we never prepared for. I've been there. I'm sure you have too. Welcome to the Primal Priestess, where we break down the basics to help you step into your most beautiful and aware self. So honestly, this first week of June carries a very specific kind of energy. We're moving out of heavier spring energy, that growth cycle, and breaking through barriers, and into a much faster, mentally active, socially stimulating season. Gemini energy tends to increase movement, communication, social interaction, mental activity, distraction, accessibility. Everything speeds up. And while that can feel exciting, it can also become deeply overstimulating for some of us who already struggle with boundaries and overavailability, because suddenly there's pressure to do more, see more people, be more available, stay connected, be socially responsive. And if you already disconnect from your own needs easily, this kind of energy exposes it very quickly. Now, a lot of us don't realize how uncomfortable we are disappointing people, especially very nurturing women, very capable women, and emotionally reliable women. So even when our bodies want rest, our conditioning says, don't be difficult, don't ruin the mood, don't isolate, don't disappoint people, and don't miss out. And eventually you stop asking, do I actually have capacity for this? And you really start asking, how do I avoid making other people uncomfortable? Just sit with that for a minute. How often are you doing that? Because this is where self-abandonment becomes subtle. For most of us, nobody is forcing us to overextend ourselves. A lot of times we're just overriding ourselves automatically, ignoring exhaustion, ignoring overstimulation, ignoring emotional fatigue. Because somewhere along the way, being available became tied to being valuable. And that's just not true. But especially during socially active seasons like summer. So now this is where rest starts feeling guilty. Alone time feels selfish, and boundaries feel emotionally uncomfortable. Now, don't be worried, but this is going to show up everywhere this time of year. Saying yes to plans you already feel tired thinking about, feeling drained after weekends that were supposed to feel fun, answering messages when you desperately need silence, feeling guilty turning your phone off, overcommitting socially and emotionally because everybody else seems excited, wanting space but worrying people will think something is wrong. That's the kind of exhaustion many women quietly carry entering summer. But let's create some awareness and let that not be us. So one of the biggest lessons this season is learning how to stay connected to yourself while the external world gets louder. Because spiritual awareness is not disappearing from life, it's learning how to remain emotionally honest inside stimulation. It's recognizing when your body needs rest, when your energy feels depleted, when connection stops feeling nourishing, when accessibility becomes self abandonment. Now, a lot of you don't need deeper intuition right now. You may just need deeper permission to honor your limits before burnout arrives. So, this week, before automatically saying yes to something, just pause for a moment. Notice your body first, not your guilt, not your fear of disappointing people, not your fear of missing out. Your actual body. Ask yourself, do I genuinely have capacity for this right now? Or am I overriding myself to maintain connection? And practice giving yourself space before exhaustion becomes resentment. I hope you found this helpful. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. Where in your life are you saying yes while your body is quietly asking for space? Let us know so that we can support you and so that we know we're not alone. And until next time, stay grounded, trust your intuition, and let your awareness guide your next steps.